Darkness and light are both part of you. You cultivate the force of being able to do terrible things, but you don't do it. You can't see the proper light if you have never indulged in the very, very deepest dark times.
Demon Hand and Buddha Heart was a concept that captured millions of your guys' attention across Instagram, Facebook, and even YouTube. Today, I wanted to take this question back to Master Shi Heng Yi and get a deeper understanding and explanation of the ancient meaning and the Shaolin teachings around Demon Hand and Buddha Heart. Today's video was made possible at mulliganbrothers.com, as always, where we have the sale on right now, code 2024 at checkout, with the Momentum posters that remind you you're gonna die. Very powerful tool. They're not a journal, success journal, and all the Inspire Change t-shirts and Mulligan Brothers clothing. Links down below, use code 2024 at checkout. That's what helped got our film crew out to Europe to be able to film these projects. So thank you to everybody who supports us, and also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. But before that, here is Master Shi Heng Yi on Demon Hand and Buddha Heart and its ancient teachings. Let's dive into it.
I mean, another amazing quote and conversation we had last time, but I'd just love to dive into more detail. And this is something I've quoted to our team, through other interviews I've done. Like I speak about this, and you were the first person who kind of brought it to us, was Demon Hand, Buddha Heart, and the idea of having the energy to be able to take and to be able to almost attack, but also do it from the point of the Buddha's heart, you know, a good place, and the combination of the two, how it leads to great things. I've tried to articulate it many times, but I'd love to hear you talk about it some more.
Depending on where you are finding yourself in this lifetime, you can simply interpret this type of saying in different ways. Martial art field. Let's start like this. There are exercises, there are training methods that are starting to really develop your hand in such a way it looks demonic. In order for your hand afterwards to look like that, first of all, it's a hard training, also connected with very, very special methods. But what afterwards are you doing with this hand? Well, you just need to touch, you just need to scratch. You just need to have contact, and the result is, let's say, devastating for the other person. Okay? But possessing, meaning possessing this type of power to determine about life and death of a person. Let's say it like this. Yeah? Right now, I'm in old age China. I'm in the world of legends. So possessing on the one side this type of power, without having a moral or ethical codex of using this weapon, let's say, for the sake of humanity, is deadly. Therefore, the proper balance would be possessing the weapon, possessing this hand, but merge together with the heart, with the qualities of what Buddhist teachings are propagating. Compassion. We are connected. That means now you're having a combination which even nowadays I think is super useful. Not the deadly part, but the part of you can do manual work. That's super basic. You are able to do manual work. Because of the manual work, because you are washing the dishes, because you touch the earth, because you are lifting the stones. That's why your hand become more harsh, more hard than just sitting in the office and typing. So, Demon Hand, Buddha Heart, is also an expression for to keep something to keep some manual abilities in your life. Not just thinking, emotional abilities in your life. Yeah, you know, going too much into the esoteric field, that we are all energy and it's just about the mind. Yes, of course, that is one part of the truth. The other one is still that right now I have this body and you have yours. So there should be somehow a balance between the manual abilities that we are expressing with our body merged together with the power of the mind. And this is where I see also demon hand, meaning you are able to do hard work. You are able to push yourself, because without pushing yourself, you won't get the demon hand. Yeah, this is one type of expression. And the other one, when it comes back again to training, you can't see the proper light if you have never indulged in the very, very deepest dark times. Demon, for me also, it's not negative. It's just something that you usually don't want to dive into when something like this appears. But it's part of this life. There is no way to run around. So to embrace the darkness, one and one goes hand in hand with, on the other side, appreciating the light when it comes. Yes, and once you have understood that darkness and light are both part of you, and you even start to cultivate it, because you cultivate the darkness, you cultivate the force of being able to, you cultivate the force of being able to do terrible things, but you don't do it. That only means you are expanding again your potential. This is about potential. It's not you have to use it, but it's better to have it than to need it. Yeah, and so this is again for me now, literally, yeah, there is like something, you could also say there is something animalistic about you. There is something instinct driven about you. There's something that wants to survive about you. There's something that is like very individually based about you. And then there's also something about you, which is connecting the people. There's something loving about you. There's something compassionate about you. But all of these things belong to one and the same medal. It's just that this specific sentence now, demon hand, Buddha heart, also has its foundation really in ancient China, when there really was the method of developing, meaning having training methods to cultivate your hand in such a way it becomes poisonous. Yeah, demon hand also meaning training methods. You saw, people know, hitting the sand. If you start hitting the sand often, you will realize that your nails are starting to change. Yeah, the thickness of your nails starts to take a different shape. The amount of, how you call this, little bit hard skin, you know, when it like thickens up the skin itself. So this is all a process of when you continuously do different type of methods. So your hand literally starts to change. It's not going to look nice anymore. That's why the people refer to it as demon hand. Okay? Sometimes people did this type of training so intensively that the hand becomes really dark blue. The nails almost become black. So, and if somebody with such a hand starts to just scratch you, well, then you just start to have a very, very, how you call it, infection. You're going to get infected. The place where you're being scratched is just starting to get infected. And if before that your hand, before you go into battle, because you go wherever, you even put it in some poison, well, then you have an open wound which is infected and at the same time poison entering into your body. Finished. So, I mean, now I have my movie. The funny part is, this happened in this life. This is where these methods come from. And the demon hand is one of these ancient Shaolin practices which existed. Yeah.
Thank you so much to Master Shi Heng Yi for explaining the demon hand and the Buddha heart. For me, I love the concept of the need for both and the not need for two of the same. Buddha heart on decisions on trying to achieve something, and yes, you can do, for us, inspire change. Inspire is great. You can be, it's really wonderful and lovely, and it will help, you know, maybe the immediate person in front of you, but you do need the change element of it. You need the action attached to that, and that's the demon hand for us. We need to be able to go out there and make change and have impact. And if you can't do both, if it's just change, you've not got the inspiration. What are you changing for? So all of these things, that's the way I see it. That's my little interpretation of it. But you need to be able to have the thing that's the ambition, the go-getter, the make things happen, but you need to do it within a kindness frame of mind. And if you do, you can do the kindness frame of mind, but without the go-getting it, you're not gonna impact loads of people around you. That's my personal view of it. I love that. I think it really means a lot to me and my brothers and my sisters when we're trying to make these projects. So thank you so much to Master Shi Heng Yi. Today's video was made possible at mulliganbrothers.com. There's a sale on right now, code 2024, buy one, get one free across the whole website, including the Memento Mori posters that remind you you're gonna die, the Not a Journal Success Journal that makes you reaffirm your goals every single day and then breaks them down. This is what led to the success of the business, the success of the film company, the YouTube channels was literally down to this. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody. It takes a lot to make these productions. We take a full film crew out to Europe or to America, wherever it is, all our lights, 4 cameras, tripods, red cameras, it's all cinematography gear from industry standard, and it's very expensive. And to make it happen is thanks to your support at mulliganbrothers.com. That is the only way we make this possible. So thank you to everybody. We have 6 new projects coming out with Master Shi Heng Yi. If you want to see that, hit the notification bell and the subscribe button down below. We have another Shaolin master guesting on the channel this week as well. So keep your eyes peeled. Super interesting project. Like, it was absolutely mind-blowing to me. So yeah, that's all linked well, you'll find out more on the notification bell. And also, if you want to find out more from Master Shi Heng Yi, head over to shaolin.online. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed and productive day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.